that cereal mix that everybody makes for the holidays? Well, here in Texas, that mix takes on a spicy twist, and it's a year-round low-sodium snack. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Texas version of Chex Mix, which I call Tex Chex. So what do you need to make Tex Chex? Start with an aluminum roasting pan, the disposable kind you get at the grocery store. Since it's not the holiday season, you might not be able to buy the giant roasting pans, so for this batch I'm settling for 2 smaller pans. This batch will make about 66 1-cup servings of Tex Chex. Let's start with the sauce. The first thing you need to put in the sauce is chili powder. You need 1 tablespoon of chili powder, but it's a Texas tablespoon. And when I say Texas, I mean it's heaping. Same thing goes for Lowry seasoned salt. It can be any kind of seasoned salt, just watch out for the sodium. Once again, a big Texas tablespoon. Onion powder, garlic powder, 1 heaping tablespoon of each. Or Texas tablespoon. Now, get a small saucepan and add 3 sticks of margarine. Next, you add a cup of Worcestershire sauce. Yes, a whole cup of Worcestershire sauce to the pan. Now for the Texas spicy part. You take 3 tablespoons of hot chili sauce. I prefer the Yao's brand, but if it's unavailable, any chili sauce will do. After you've put your last tablespoon of hot sauce in, then you're ready to take it to the stove. Now you add the dry ingredients for the sauce to the saucepan. You start stirring vigorously as you take it off to the stove to cook it until it melts on medium temperature. Now we're going to mix our dry ingredients. We're going to use whole boxes of cereals, the first of which is Rice Squares. They're made by General Mills and they're the same as Rice Chex, but they're just generic. When I say use the whole box, what you need to do is pour the ingredients until you get to the settled part. Try to avoid putting the crumbs into your mix because they will have a tendency to burn. So I use almost the whole box. Next I'm going to add the Corn Chex. Next we're going to add the Cheerios. Cheerios absorb a lot of the liquid in the Chex Mix so it doesn't come out wet. Okay, finally the Wheat Chex, the last cereal to go in. Now let's stir. Now we're ready to mix our wet ingredients with our dry ingredients. For this step, I have rubber gloves, not because I'm going to commit murder or a burglary, but because there's only one way to mix Tex Chex, and that's by hand. Pour the liquid over the cereal slowly, one hand at a time. Now that we have our pans stirred and mixed and evenly sauced, it's time to cook them in an oven of 325 degrees for an hour, stirring thoroughly every 15 minutes. Here's a serving of flavored potato chips. Here's a serving of Tex Chex. This potato chip serving has 160 calories in it. The Tex Chex has 127. Find a large surface like a table and roll out some inexpensive paper towels. Now that you have your hot Chex Mix, you pour it over with paper towels and thin it out as much as you can. Here we have it, a whole batch of Tex Chex. 66 1-cup servings, each is lower than traditional chips in sodium, fat, and with only 127 calories per serving, Tex Chex is lower in calories too.
And ballparks had names and not name brands.